Well, this is the kind of claim that instantly shakes the global headline and raises serious question about what is really happening behind the scenes. Welcome to TimesXP's War Updates with me, Dhriti Atri, and recently, ladies and gentlemen, Iranian media has put out a dramatic figure. Over 3,200 American casualty. Wait, well, that is a number so large that it has sparked both shock and skepticism across the world. According to a state-linked report from Iran, these losses allegedly include not just personals but also significant military assets, suggesting a very powerful and damaging phase of attacks against the US in the ongoing conflict. Well, the claim is being presented as part of a broader narrative of retaliation and strength, specifically in what Iranian outlets described as a revenge following the death of their very senior leader, Ali Larijani. However, the whole situation becomes far more complex when we look at the response from Washington. That's right. The US officials, they have firmly rejected these numbers, calling them exaggerated and not reflective of the actual confirmed losses. According to official statements, the real casualty figures are significantly lower, though the exact numbers, they have not been fully detailed in public. This sharp contrast between the two sides of the story, that's the modern conflict. A war not being fought with missiles or drones anymore, but also with information, with perception, and with narrative control. Well, in today's digital era, such claims, they spread within minutes. A number like 3,200 casualty, it can quickly dominate headlines, influence the public opinion, and even impact the global market before it is independently verified. Experts pointed out that casualty figures during active conflicts, they are often difficult to confirm immediately, specifically when access to the ground level information it is limited and both the sides are engaged in strategic communication. Intelligence agencies and typically rely on satellite data, interception communication, and field report processes that take time. Meanwhile, early figures, it can often be incomplete or misleading. And how can we forget? At the very same time, the broader conflict itself is intensifying. The confrontation involving Iran, the US, and Israel is expanding across multiple fronts in the Middle East now, with reports of missile strikes, drone attack, and military mobilization increasing in frequency. In fact, key US bases and strategic locations in the region remain on high alert, while allied nations, they are closely monitoring the developments, aware that any major escalation could draw more and more countries into the crisis. If a casualty figure of this scale, if it is ever confirmed, it would actually represent a major turning point, possibly triggering a stronger military response from the US and significantly escalating the conflict. It could also shift the global diplomatic dynamics, by the way, forcing the international actors to take clearer position. But as of now, there is no independent verification supporting this figure, and the claim that remains part of a wider information battle that is playing out alongside the physical conflict. In the end, what makes this moment particularly critical is the uncertainty. On one hand, there are bold claims of heavy damage, strategic success, and on the other hand, there are firm denials and call for caution. Between these two competing narratives, ladies and gentlemen, lies a complex and evolving reality that is still unfolding. And as tensions continue to rise, the key question remains: how accurate are these claims and how will the US respond? And most importantly, could this information war itself push the whole conflict towards an even more dangerous phase?